packed class. So we're going to be talking about the 5 ways that you can grow your wellness business with virtual workshops. So I'm going to do a little screen share here. If you have a notebook next to you, please have the notebook by you and a pen, because you are going to want to be taking some notes during this class today too. So in this masterclass, I plan to guide you from making the ultimate shift. So that's ultimate shift is going from struggling to find clients, which I hear so often from health coaches, from feeling overwhelmed and confused, not sure what steps to do, not sure where to start. And this ultimate shift is going to be to make your wellness business a huge success, to expand your profits, to expand your clients. And this is all by adding virtual workshops to your business. So if you're excited as much as I am, let's get going on it. So come into the comments again. I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt uncertain about your wellness business's future? You're not sure if it was going to make it. Have you ever worried about finding clients to coach? Have you ever struggled to earn the income you need to leave that 9-to-5 job? I hear that so often, and it's so hard when they say, I have to go to my job. It's getting in the way of my coaching, but I'm not able to earn a full-time income. So I want to hear from you guys. Has this ever resonated with you? Has this ever? Yes, I'm hearing yes, yes, yes. Haven't figured out the income replacement yet, Kat said. Yes. Oh, hello, Lenore from Germany is here. I'm so happy you are here. So I want you to all know that it's absolutely 100% possible to have a thriving wellness business and to have your clients find you. How does that sound? It sounds pretty good, right? So the key to having a successful wellness business is by going big with virtual workshops. So you can build a relationship with your future clients quickly. You get to have that great email lead magnet. You get to have them know you, like you, and maybe trust you so that they hire you. I had some problems with my mouse yesterday. I might be switching to another mouse. I have a backup right here. So you all signed up for this workshop for a reason. So I want you to be 100% present and make this time count. So turn off your notifications on your phone. Tell the kids you're busy for the next hour because you are learning. And this is going to make a huge impact on your business. And I know I have been guilty of signing up for a masterclass and doing something else at the exact same time, and then failing to really make an impact or a difference in either place. So I hope that you can be all here for this workshop. So we're going to start out with a very fun exercise. This is something you're going to do right after the masterclass today. So take notes so you can do this right away. It's how to create your own wellness workshop outline. And it is the 20-minute Post-it party. Doesn't that sound like fun? So the first half of the project is 10 minutes. I like to put on some good focus music from Spotify, maybe some Journey, but have a stack of Post-its. The more colorful, the better, some Sharpies. And then think about your ideal client, your niche. Who would you want to meet with? What is one big problem that they have that you know how to solve? So post every tip, every action item that comes to mind. So if you're thinking about, like sugar, addiction to sugar, that is a common one that a lot of our clients have. So for me, when I wrote my sugar workshop, this is one that I did a long time ago. I had Sugar 101, and then I kept listing them all out. And I actually had so many Post-its that it would overtake the entire screen if I had the whole picture on here. But after you're done writing all of the tips out, then take the second 10 minutes to organize those into steps or tips. And if you get stuck, just think about having that one person, that one ideal client across from you, and just think, how would I talk this through? How would I explain this to her or him? So for me, I'm like, okay, I need to see where she's at with education. Give her a little Sugar 101. Talk about, we first need to lay off sugar, right? And then how do you do that? Okay, we need to talk about no artificial sugars, right? How to read the labels, sneaky sugar. If you get a craving, what do? You take a break, you be aware. What do you want to do at that break? Drink water. then maybe exercise. So do you see how you could rearrange these so that it flows better, so one tip goes into the next and that you can explain it instead of having different tips throughout. I sometimes like to let it sit up on the wall. I also have a big calendar that's framed that I put things on the back, and I'll just let it sit there for a day and then look at it the next day and go, okay, I need to move this tip around here. So that is how easy it is to come up with your first outline. This is going to fast track your workshop creation success. So you need to celebrate that hard work, but that you have that knowledge in you. You just have to put it out on paper, what you would say to somebody else. So just so we're 100% clear, there might be many different reasons why you're here today, and I want to make sure you're in the right spot. So reason number one, maybe you are here because you're a new wellness entrepreneur. Maybe you're new to health coaching, but you're feeling overwhelmed with running the business. And you're having a hard time finding clients to coach. But you're like, I want to start this business off the right way, the first time, and do it with virtual workshops. So welcome if that is you. Or maybe this is you. Maybe you've been around the block a few times, you're an experienced entrepreneur in the wellness field, but you want to expand and you want to streamline your business more profitably with virtual workshops. And maybe you're like, I'm ready to impact. I'm ready to make a big impact to thousands of people and helping your future clients find you more quickly. My phone just started to record me, so I had to turn it off. Or maybe you are number three. Reason number three you're here is that you're like, I am motivated to work more efficiently. You are tired of putting in so many hours and you want to sell wellness workshops, something that you can sell to a group, something that you can sell over and over and over again. And you would like to say no to the projects and maybe the clients that don't really light you up and say yes to the ones that really do. And when you are working more efficiently, you're able then to spend time doing more things that you love. You know, cooking those home cooked meals, practicing yoga, going for hikes, playing games with the family, right? And this may also enable you to leave that 9-to-5 job that you've been wanting. So I want to hear from you. Come into the comments and let me know which one are you. And maybe you're even two of these. So come in and let me know, are you one? Are you a new coach, new wellness entrepreneur, and you're like, I just want to start off my business right the first time? Are you number two? Are you an experienced coach, but you want to expand your business? You want to impact more lives? Or three, are you motivated to work more efficiently and leave that day job? So let me just come into the comments and see. Yeah, so Kat's saying, yeah, 2 and 3, absolutely. Amanda, she's a 2. Lenore is a 2 and a 3. Bobby, a 2. Christine's like, a little of all 3. I hear you, Christine, on that one. Beth, 1 and 3. Michelle, a 1. 2 and 3, Christine. A 2, Isla. Oh, thank you, guys. Keep sharing. Yeah, Diana, 2. I love that. Thank you so much. Well, whatever your motivation is for being here, I just want you to know that I fully support you and I am here to help you. So if we haven't met yet, hello, my name is Lori Kampa. So this is my fiance, Mark, and these are my two teenage daughters, Brooke and Shannon. So here is me teaching my virtual senior yoga class. Yes, sometimes we have to be online during this pandemic. And then here's me teaching my wellness workshops, whether it is virtual or in person. But I want you to know life has not always been like this for me. Years ago, I was in a major bicycle accident and I hit my head on pavement. And just a warning, I still have a hard time not tearing up when I say this. But luckily the helmet saved my life. But I went almost 3 years without being able to work, in daily pain, anxiety, depression, couldn't be around light or noise. And finally, when the doctor said, sorry, you have to just learn to live with this disability, I decided to work with a health coach. And we started to work on my diet and then adding yoga and meditation and reducing my stress and essential oils. And this one morning I was making a green smoothie and I just thought to myself, how is it that I suffered for years? And now this healing was here in front of me all along and I never knew that. And I thought, I cannot go back to my old job, a lucrative career that was very fun. I need to go back to school. Went to the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. My original degree is in psychology and business because I thought my purpose is to help other people so that they, see, I told you, it's hard for me not to cry, so they don't suffer like I did. And so by being here today and empowering wellness entrepreneurs, that's just going to go faster. That by you having a successful business, that you have people asking you if you could coach them and help them with their struggles, the world will be a better place. And we need to be brave and go out there. So again, thank you for listening to that story. What I really want you to know also is that before I became a health coach, I was doing workshops for 25 years. I was planning expos all over the world. I was writing seminars, and I was teaching and educating and promoting Minneapolis as a tourism destination and for conventions. So I know a thing or two about how to be authentic, but also persuasive. I've written over 30 wellness workshops. I started doing my wellness workshops while at school at Institute of Integrative Nutrition. And to my surprise, the people in the audience started to ask if I would coach them before I even had my certification. I was, oh my goodness, I'm not ready, but okay, let's do this. 90%, almost all of my coaching clients come from my workshops. This means these are my public free ones that I do. These are also my paid corporate ones that I do. So I now say no to the clients that just, they don't feel right to me, and to the projects that don't feel right as well. But I say yes to the clients that do light me up, and yes to the projects that do. So I want you to come in the comments right now. I have a question for you. Can you imagine what it would feel like if you only said yes to the clients and the projects that truly light you up? Or can you imagine being successful with wellness workshops and having clients come up to you afterward, asking you for your schedule for health coaching, emailing you, asking you if you could work with them? So come in the comments. If it's a yes, I want to hear if you can imagine what it would feel like to have that capability. Yes, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. I'm hearing yes from everybody. And she said, I experienced that and I want more. Kat says, yes, it would feel amazing. Christine says, Michelle says, yes, and it's starting to happen. Kate is yes. Amanda, yes. Lenore, yay, yes. Beth, I would love it. Yes, definitely yes. Isla says, thank you so much for sharing. So giving wellness workshops, it is the single most powerful way to make an impact in the world. This is where we can grow our clientele, we're growing our income, and our freedom and life-changing levels. So if you're anything like me, where you like to know exactly what to expect and where we're going, I'm going to tell you that right now. So we're going to be talking about the 5 ways today that you can promote and increase your wellness business with virtual workshops. So we're going to first talk about the group approach, how you can save time with that one-to-many approach. 2, we're going to talk about how to make our purpose bigger than our fears. 3, we're going to talk about how to create that irresistible title that solves the problem of your ideal client. You need to attract the right people to your workshops. 4, it's very important, how to connect with your audience so that they want to hire you. And number 5, this is a sweet science, a little bit of art, but how to teach a little, but not a lot. We still want them to be asking you to coach them. And number 6, if you like everything that you learned here today, there will be an opportunity on how you can work with me further. And then 7, we're gonna take the PowerPoint down and just do live Q&A for as long as you want. So we are gonna get right to it and begin. So number 1, we're going to be saving time with the one-for-many approach, the group approach. We can build and grow these relationships quickly with our future clients with every single virtual workshop we present. So I think you all know our time is so valuable, right? It is smart business, and it is much easier to sell the same thing over and over again. Why create something new all the time and sell different things? Create something like a sugar workshop and then Sell it over and over and over again. You can have it for a corporate workshop. You can have it for a public workshop. You can sell it as a 6-week webinar group coaching program, right? You can take one thing, repurpose it over and over and over again. So webinars, it gives us the closest thing, right, to being in person. And by the way, when I say webinars and I say virtual workshop, it's the exact same thing. The term is used interchangeably. But what's nice about when we can have this personal connection via the internet, people can be at home in the comforts of their home. Some of you may even have your pajama bottoms on. I know I have done that a few times. So virtual workshops are actually 200 times bigger than one-on-one coaching. So when we're talking about how to work our time, how to be more efficient, this is the way to go. And what I love is that we are not limited to how many seats we have to fill in a workroom or in a workshop room or in a health food store, anything like that. And you're also not limited to geography by where you're located. So the sky is truly the limit when you talk about virtual workshops. So how can webinars serve your clients? Well, the number one thing is that they can find you and they can finally have that help that they need, because they're going to get to know you, they're going to like you, and they're going to trust you. That means they're going to hire you. I have not met a wellness entrepreneur that did not have a huge heart. I don't think there's anybody that gets in this business because you want to be a millionaire, right? When I first started, I thought I was going to be living a life of poverty. I bought a really little house, I moved, I did all these things to adjust for a different income level. To my surprise, with workshops, it doesn't matter. You're going to have those clients come to you. You're going to be making money also from the workshops. Health coaching is a huge investment. People are not going to go to Amazon and spend $1,500 and working with someone that they don't know. So it's so much easier to sell a group program or your one-on-one coaching after they've gotten to know you and see how you resonate, how you work together. So after a workshop, I like to either promote a program, my health coaching services, or if they're not ready for that, maybe it's a breakthrough session to have a one-to-one free meeting for just like a half hour so I can get to know them and see what is the best way for them to go. So just know if people like you, they're going to listen to you. But if they trust you, which means they have to get to know you, right? They're going to do business with you. And that takes a lot longer than just a few emails or Facebook posts. So meet Diane, and Diane is here live with us today. When she first started, she's one of our students in Pennsylvania. When she first started, she said, I had no idea how to teach a workshop or get booked for talks when I began. Now, instead of just doing one-on-one coaching, she's doing these group classes. She is enjoying giving presentations and classes at community ed, at senior centers. And now she is just confident about giving workshops. And I love it, she gets paid for them as well. So, and we're going to see, Diane, another quote from you too in a little bit. So I want you to know whether you are teaching how to kick the sugar or how to reduce stress, secrets to sleep, or just creating any kind of new workshop, it's not the topic that's going to matter the most. And I know you're probably like, what does that mean? But it's about you showing yourself who you authentically are, to let people see that. It's your willingness to believe in your abilities, as a health coach, as a wellness educator, and to take yourself seriously. I want you to let your heart and your passion shine. And that is what's going to be felt when you give a workshop. So number 2, the second way to go big with your wellness business with virtual workshops is to make your purpose bigger than your fear. I want every one of you to step into that purpose. Also, so many people talk about fear, right? We all have a fear of public speaking. We all have this fear of making mistakes. But courage is not about going forward without fear. I feel fear all the time. Courage is feeling that fear, but just doing it anyway, right? My comfort zone used to be here, and now I just keep growing it bigger and bigger. And now my comfort zone is just staying out of my comfort zone. We need to believe in ourselves, to believe in yourself with action, right? Take that first action, success will follow. And then what happens after success? Momentum happens. And then you continue with more action and more success. So we need to step in our purpose that we are all blessed with to be healers. So this has been my motto since I had that green smoothie in the kitchen. And I thought, why didn't I know how to heal myself? Why doesn't anyone know this? I will always put, see my tears come. I will always put my purpose before my fear. And it's not easy, but we all need to do that. So I like to sometimes think about what's the worst thing that would happen if I do something and what's the best thing, because it's easier this way because we don't have to step into that fear and be lost. We can step into that fear and be empowered. So really, if you do a virtual workshop, the worst thing that's going to happen is maybe you make a mistake about something. So what happens? You're going to learn from that mistake and you're going to grow. And then you're going to continue. Then you'll be a success and you'll grow. And guess what? You're going to make another mistake, I'm sure. And you're going to grow and continue. That is what life is all about. When I first gave a workshop on sugar, I had a question from the audience that was so simple and I blanked out on the answer. I was talking about how the USDA recommends 6 to 9 teaspoons of sugar a day. And they said, well, how many grams is in a teaspoon? And I went, I think 4. And what I learned from that is, one, my goodness, that needs to be a big part of the workshop. When I give a workshop, every single time for like the first 10 times, I'm tweaking it until it gets to be perfect, right? And also I realized when I don't know the answer, it's a lead generator. I just say, that's a great question. And I'm going to get back to you. I want to make sure that I have your email address and anybody else who wants this information. So I'm going to send out an email as soon as we're done. So guess what? They're waiting for that email. So we can take these mistakes and grow from them. But what's the best case scenario, right? Financial upside, there's going to be the freedom. I love to go hiking. I loved going to yoga after I give a workshop, because if I give a workshop, I've had a full day's work in just 1 hour, right? The best case scenario is in being impactful, really making a difference in other people's lives and seeing that they are living the life that they've always imagined without that pain, that we're having this thriving business, that we're seen as an expert, and clients can find you. That's absolutely what is the upside, right? So if you're thinking, because I know that you are, because I have worked with hundreds of health coaches and I've heard this from about 95%, I don't think I know enough. I don't think I'm good enough. You need to step into your purpose. You need to let courage come forward and step into that fear. Here's Lenore, and I think Lenore is on with us today, and she's in Germany. She said in a Facebook post, she said, my limiting belief was that I was not enough and that I don't know enough. I released all my limiting beliefs by doing my first major workshop. The room was in a hospital packed with doctors and cancer patients. And she said, we need to keep showing up no matter what. Absolutely, Lenore. And thank you so much for sharing that. We need to be together as coaches, as wellness entrepreneurs. There's not enough of us to help everybody. So let's work together, collaborate. There is no competition. So I think about giving a workshop, it's kind of like riding a bike. Can anybody remember this? The first thing you had to do is like get on the bike. And it was scary, right? You're like, oh, I might fall, I might get hurt. We first need to take that action. Then you start to bike and you're like, oh, this is kind of fun. This is experience. It gives you some confidence. That confidence keeps you going. Then what happens? You have that momentum again. And you're like, hey, let me do this long bike trip. Let me do that. It's the exact same thing with a workshop. You start small and then you just keep going forward with these small steps. So I want to hear from you guys. Come into the comments right now. I want to hear, I hope, a big yes. Are you ready to step into your purpose and find that courage to move through your fears? Are you ready to play big, to say, I am here for a reason and I'm here to help people heal and for people to hear that message? Yes, I'm hearing yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, courage over fear. Yes, inhale courage, exhale fear. I love that, Phyllis. And I think I have that actually on a slide coming up. Isla saying, yes, I want to help internationally. Yes, Isla, she has a big following in India. Brave over perfect. Oh my goodness, I love that, Christine. Absolutely. I always think about it's okay to do B+ work. We just need to get it done. It doesn't need to be perfect. A workshop should not be perfect, actually. Who wants to hire somebody from someone who's perfect? And it was hard for me because I was a junk food eater just a few, shortly before I was giving workshops. But then I realized I could relate to them. So yeah, Kate saying ready to give more and more and reach more people. Linda, yes. How my clients can grow through my guidance is more important than being afraid. Linda, write that down. Everybody write this down. Yes, Edie's saying done is better than perfect. C+. I love that. I love that. Because guess what? The next time you go through, that C+ turns into a B. And then after that, maybe an A-. It's all good. So, oh, I love it. The quotes are still coming in. Perfectly imperfect, perfectly good enough. Oh, I could just talk about this all day. So the third way that you can increase the business, the income, the impact of your wellness business with virtual workshops is you need to create an irresistible title. And this title needs to solve a problem of your ideal customer because you want to attract the people that you want to work with. So great webinars, they are going to address a problem and they are going to give insight towards a solution, right? So for this webinar today, the problem is that I'm hearing that wellness entrepreneurs are struggling to find clients, that they're feeling overwhelmed with so many different ways to have a successful business and not sure where to go, what the right step is. And so then now we're giving insight, we're giving solutions. So you need to have something that solves a problem. Your webinar will show your audience, those future clients out there, what's actually possible. You have somebody that's addicted to sugar. You're showing them that it's possible to actually not have that addiction, to actually have freedom from that addiction, right? A compelling title is going to help convey the transformation, the keyword transformation that your webinar promises, and it's also going to boost the signups and the sales. Write this down. If you're multitasking, come back to me. Always, when you're coming up with the problem you want to solve and the title, think about your client, your ideal client. They're thinking, how is this going to help me? How is this going to transform me? How is this going to change my life? Giving a workshop, writing a workshop has nothing to do with you. Nothing. Has everything to do with the people, the butts in the seats, right? You are here to give them aha moments to help with transformation. So what problems do your clients wish they could solve? So when coming up with a workshop title, I always want clear over clever. So come into the comments. I want to hear from you guys. What option would you go to? Which workshop? Would you go to a workshop called Sugar Blues? Or would you go to a workshop called How to Kick the Sugar Habit? Which one is clear? Which one solves the problem? And I think you probably can all guess what I started out with. I had so many names for my sugar workshop. I think I had 5 before I figured it out. Yeah, everyone's saying number 2, number 2, number 2. Absolutely. So here's Diane again. What I loved is she said, How to Kick the Sugar Habit is my most popular workshop. So I'm asked to give it over and over and over again. And the glory about being efficient with our time and working with groups is that once you've done a workshop over and over again, you don't even really have a lot of prep time. You just go in and you just become you just are your loving self and just saying how it is. So I want you to relate your workshop and your title to any program that you might be promoting. So if you're going to pitch like a group detox, or you're going to pitch one-on-one coaching or something like that, make sure that they relate to it. So I sell a whole foods cleanse, a detox that I do online. So I have done many different workshops. So it can be about eating clean for beginners. My client, my niche, are working with beginners. I like the people who are going to McDonald's that don't know how to cook. right? That's my niche. So I need to put that in my title that it's for beginners. How to detox your body for beginners, or how to kick the sugar habit, maybe increase energy. Now, have I given workshops and still promoted something that didn't relate? Yes, you can do that. Sometimes you might be hired for something like my 5 love language classes. And I'm like, so, for quality time with your partner to do this detox together, right? But sometimes it's nice to have it if they can relate to it. Before you go out and sell, promote anything with your workshop, talk to a few people who would be your ideal client. Ask them, would they attend this webinar? Almost all of my workshops have been inspired by my clients telling me something that they're suffering with, and me saying to them, would it be helpful if I wrote a workshop for this, and I'll give it, next month. That gives me a deadline to do it, because it takes about a month to write a workshop. And they'd be like, yes. And guess what happens to that client? They tell all their friends that they inspired a workshop, right? So make sure you find out, and you might have to try 3, 4, 5, 6 different titles. And you always want to switch the title to be so it targets your niche. So I want to hear from you guys. Come into the chat, come into the comments. What would you stop doing in your life right now if your wellness business were profitable, right? If wellness workshops were making you money and also bringing in the clients, what would you stop doing? So something that I don't do anymore is I don't clean my house. Now I do that every day, like picking up the dishes and doing that, but I don't want to do that because that's something that I don't like to do. I also was doing my own website, and now I'm like, oh, it's so nice not to have to worry about that and to have an expert do it. So yeah, Christine is saying I would hire an assistant. Yeah, what else would you do? Yeah, there's so many things that you would stop doing, right? I heard yesterday, oh, this is Kate. I was just going to say this. She said, I would stop worrying overall. I heard so many people say I would stop stressing. I would, really all the technical stuff they would let go of as well. So tip number 4, the 4th way to have a successful wellness business with virtual workshops. This is a big one. So again, if you are doing anything else, come back to me. I want you to connect with your audience so that they want to hire you. And so when you are giving them the information, it's okay, but you need to give them transformation. This is a mistake I see over and over again at wellness workshops, is that they just give the information, the facts. They're not giving that inspiration. They're not putting their spirit into it. So I always think about, how can I create the best outcome for my clients? Remember, the clients are thinking, how is this going to help me? How can you create the best outcome for your clients? The goal of every single workshop that you give is to transform the way that they're thinking, right? You are here, whether they buy or not, it doesn't matter. I love coming from a place of service. I was raised to always come from a place of service. It doesn't matter if somebody buys from you, you're still there. Your role is to help people. So you're giving your audience these aha moments, right? Just bring out your honest self, be empathetic, passionate, and tell stories from the heart. You don't need to be salesy. What you do is you tell stories. You tell stories about how somebody has been addicted to Diet Coke, or you can tell your own story. Like, I used to be addicted to Diet Coke, how you overcame that, how in a 5-day detox, somebody was eating cookies every afternoon. And at the end of the 5 days, they weren't even craving them anymore, right? You tell a story about your clients and they go, oh, somebody in the audience, that's me. I eat cookies. I eat something sweet every day at 3 o'clock. I don't want to have that control. I don't want to have that anymore, that I have to feel like I need to eat that, right? So just tell stories. That's how you connect. And so it's the way you say it and the right ways you say it. The thing about your workshop is always focused on results. They're getting to know you, like you, and trust you. Remember that. So meet Deborah. She's also one of my students. She says the first 3 workshops she gave were a huge success. And she used the workshops to develop that know, like, and trust factor with a brand new community, as they didn't know know her at all. That's the thing. We all need to expand out besides our little group of Facebook friends, right? So go out to new communities, get to know them. She said this new community, this workshop led into a paid 12-week program. She said, I felt so invigorated by this experience. All I had to do was put myself out there, something I was so afraid to do for so long. And Deborah is the story of so many health coaches, so many students that I've worked with, is that once they just put themselves out there, they are amazed at how people receive. So think about your ideal client. What is it worth to your future clients to not have pain in their body? What is it worth it to them to be healthy, to actually have energy to, like, help the kids with homework at night? What is it worth it to them to eat a healthy diet and to live the life they've always imagined, right? It's worth a lot. They are willing to pay for this. If someone is thinking, I'm depressed, I'm in daily pain, I'm addicted to junk food, and you are offering a workshop and then you give an opportunity to work with you deeper, that's huge. That's going to change the entire direction of their lives. So come into the comments. I want to hear from you guys again. I want to hear a big yes. If you see, do you see how powerful workshops can be to having a successful wellness business? If I didn't have wellness workshops as part of my business, I would be worrying all the time about money because I need to support my 2 daughters, right? I would be stressed out about always needing to be selling, like marketing, doing all these things. Instead, I just have a small quality list of people, but they all know me well. So they know me well, so they want to work with me. So it's an amazing thing. Yes, so I'm just seeing yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay, so Phyllis is asking, but how do we find communities during COVID? I'm going to answer that at the end in the Q&A, so thank you for bringing that up. Joanne, if I forget, remind me. Joanne is my virtual assistant who is also a past student. She's also a health coaching client of mine and a VA, so, and a neighbor. It's also great. Beth is saying, yes, I can see how that's helping me. Marketing is the hardest thing. Absolutely. Christine says, you're inspiring me to do this. Oh, hello. Yes. Thank you, everybody. Yes. So the 5th way, this is the last one here, to really boost your business, right, with virtual workshops. This is something I still am learning. It keeps getting better. But how to teach a little, but not a lot. Show them what's possible, but don't show them everything they need to get the results. And the reason is because I feel like it's almost a disservice if we give them a webinar or a workshop in any way that makes them feel that they have enough to move forward on their own, because we know that's not true, right? They might be excited to kick sugar on their own for like a week, but they don't have all the tools they need to sustain that. So they're going to need your group program or your one-on-one program to get your results. So again, this is this art and this is the science, and it's going to take a few webinars until you find that perfect flow. So for example, for today, I knew my time limit is 45 minutes of content, right? So I'm trying to give it to a time. How do you find that perfect flow? And this is what I teach other students. Attendees walk away from your workshop. You want them to feel inspired, right? You want them to feel excited. You want them to feel driven to take action, even if they don't buy your group program or hire you as a coach. Again, come from that place of service so that you make a difference in everybody's lives that show up. So I want to hear from you too, like, why would this be the best time to give virtual workshops? And Phyllis, this is kind of going to answer your question. There has never actually been a more optimal time in history to give wellness workshops. We're coming out of a pandemic. People have had to quarantine and get real with some of their issues, right? They couldn't distract themselves with going out to eat or going drinking or distracting with always being busy. They're dealing with things. We're having the COVID, 15, the COVID-19 now. the gaining of the weight, the depression, the anxiety. Plus, never before do we have so many people open to online learning. People are familiar, they know Zoom, they know what to do. So this is really the best time to get going with doing workshops. So when I give a workshop, the first thing they do is they all get on my client email list. If you want to know the best lead magnet, it's have a webinar. My email list just grew tremendously just from this webinar, and also my health coaching group on my Facebook group. So you have, first of all, you get this client list of people who know you and like you, right? It's not just that you sent them an email. They've been to like a whole commercial about you, basically. And then you can direct them to one-on-one coaching or your group online program. Typically, I always like to have two programs, one that's more expensive and one that's less expensive. But also it's because there are some people that need that one-on-one coaching. And there are other people that I'm like, they don't need that. They just need a good detox program, something that they can remind themselves to eat clean again. So make sure to offer an opportunity for them to take that plan deeper with you, right? Whatever their action they want to take, and you know they can't do it on their own successfully, offer them something. I see this mistake over and over again, that people aren't actually saying, this is how you can work with me, right? They can't read your mind. So you need to introduce like, okay, what would be that logical next step for them to say yes? You want them to be able to say, that makes sense for me. Wellness workshops are the most effective way to sell one-on-one coaching programs and your group coaching programs. So at this point, I have a question for you. So come into the comments. I want to hear from you guys again. How would you like me to help you to create wellness workshops and teach you how to give them as quickly as possible? All right, I'm seeing yes, yes, and yes. Let me just come back to the comments. Yes, I would love it. Yes, please. Oh, that sounds so great. Oh, and there's some questions in here, which we're going to do some live Q&A at the end. There are people saying yes with lots of exclamation marks. I love it. Thank you, Amy, Isla, Lenore, Christine, Edie. Yes, yes, yes. So you have two options right now. So your first option, you can just keep going forward with the way you are, right? You can try to create workshops on your own without a plan. But you are going to run that risk, right? You may be in the same place this time next year with that big open loop and no workshops to make you money. Or maybe you pick number two and you're like, okay, I'm going to 100% commit to giving wellness workshops. And I'm going to do this with a proven roadmap. So if you are number two and you would like to learn more, I would like to invite you to Workshops Done Academy. So Workshops Done Academy is the only step-by-step, results-focused implementation program that has proven done-for-you material. It doesn't only show you exactly how to build a profitable business with wellness workshops, but it also shows you how to get fully booked with clients and hit your income goals. So here's what you will put into action if you join Workshops Done Academy. So one, you're going to have this comprehensive step-by-step plan showing you how to grow your wellness business with workshops and be known as an expert and attract your ideal clients. You're going to show up live as this master, giving these workshops with confidence every time. And this is even if you've never done a live workshop before. My first webinar, I was like a robot. We teach you how to practice. We have a safe spot actually for you to practice. Marketing and promotion strategies so you can fill up your workshops and grow your business faster than you thought possible. You're going to increase profits with time-saving, proven, done-for-you materials and sell to a bigger audience. You're going to have unparalleled support. Yes, I love giving support. And you're going to be around a lot of like-minded go-getters, your peer community that's going to move you forward in the implementation with encouragement and motivation to fast-track your success. You're going to be coaching. Your coaching and wellness business strategies will move way beyond fear and limiting beliefs into a growth mindset that's going to take you far in life. So Workshops Done Academy has 6 modules, actually 7 if you also put in the welcome module. So the welcome module is going to be really setting you up for success. It's going to be teaching you how to create time. And I really have some hard, real conversations with you. We're going to talk about the accountability program, where you're going to be in part of Accountability Pod, all about the private Facebook group and all the other extras that you need to know. Module 1 is that roadmap to success, getting you started. Module 2 is the confidence of a rock star, to be that speaker. Module 3 is the money-making workshop formula, how to go about transitioning to sell and to convert your audience. Module 4 is all about marketing your workshops made easy. Module 5 is fully booked like a pro. If you want to see corporate contracts, if you want to see what do I do when I go into the boardroom to package corporations to have them pack 4, 6, or 12 workshops a year, this is your plan. Now, module 6 is a blueprint for unstoppable success. We come up with a 12-year plan with your launches and everything that you're going to do. So the total value of all these modules is $2,750. So what you get is everything is online. You get the complete training program, you get videos, you get PDF guides, swipe files. Swipe files are mainly being like, here, this is exactly what you say. This is exactly what you email. You can take it and you swipe it, you steal it, right? You have templates. You have a tech how-to library. So if you're like, oh no, I'm not techie, it's okay. We're gonna show you how to do it. And then there's also downloadable bonus materials. So here's Rebecca, one of my students, and she says, one of the best decisions I made was jumping into Workshops Done. I could not have given my first workshop without this program. The PowerPoints, the handouts, and the speaker notes were very helpful and a perfect way to promote my online detox. Do you think she booked some people with her detox from her workshops? Absolutely, she did. So what you get is you're going to get the training and all the guides and everything, but I wouldn't have like this phenomenal program without lots of bonuses. So hold your horse. So bonus number 1, and this is so much fun for me. We have 9 live weekly small group sessions. This is just for students of Workshops Done Academy. So this is where if you are stuck, you are not going to wait weeks or months. You're going to get unstuck in minutes. This is here to keep you accountable. So Module 1, we're going to be talking on this date. Module 2, we'll talk about on this date, right? So you have that support and that momentum. And really, it is so much less scary to do things as a group. And I also think it's much more fun when everybody is calling and emailing corporations to get on their books to find different venues. We can hold our hands, right? This is what it is. If you like a hold in your hand type of program that's super supportive, that's going to help you if you are not sure what the next step is, this is it. Build connections to last a lifetime with others in the group. You are not going to be lost in this program or get lonely. This is a small group. So here's Christy, one of the students. She says, the content is fabulous and having you hold our hands and walk through it makes us feel all the better. I'm someone who does much better when I have accountability and guidance to keep me on track. So you might be thinking, oh, maybe I'm special that I have all this money and all this technology. No, there is nothing. I mean, I'm special, but I'm not extra special. I don't have access to exclusive experts, technology, or resources. I started giving virtual workshops from my dining room table because I didn't have an office in my new little house. I now just have this proven roadmap, and I follow this in my health coaching business. So absolutely, if I can do this, you can too. So here's the next bonus. So we have the bonus number 1, the 9 live small group sessions. Bonus number 2 is you get access to a private Facebook group that are just for students of Workshops Done Academy. So in this Facebook group, it's active and it's highly supportive with your fellow coaches. And I love and I encourage, there is no judgment. Okay, everyone is loving. So if you are not understanding something, I need you to post it so I can get back to you and other coaches can too. I want you to post your challenges and all of your successes, because when you're a solo entrepreneur, there's a lot of isolation. So we want to continually refill that motivation tank. Right now, there's no membership fee. You have a lifetime access for free. This is going to change on the road, but this group will have it free forever. So you will have free lifetime access to the course. You will have access to all the updates, to all the group live calls for the rest of your life. So here's Melania from New York. She says, I love everything about Workshops Done. Seriously, it's so thorough. The assignments are great, your delivery, the content, all great. I also appreciate that you're so good about answering questions. And if you're not sure about, I'm not sure if I want to do this, I am so certain in this program that I give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning that you will have the welcome workshop, the welcome module, module 1, 2, and 3, all this material way before the 30 days is over. So if you do the work and you're still not satisfied, show me it within 30 days of enrolling, and I'll gladly refund you. I wanted to let you know I'm not looking for the tire kickers here. I'm looking for motivated wellness entrepreneurs that are ready to roll up their sleeves and do the work. So here's Lori, another one of my students. She's like, I recommend Workshops Done Academy to other coaches. It is doable. Lori is a good coach and very calming. Yes, we do meditations and visualizations as part of it. So many coaches are in the same boat, and my accountability partners are still my accountability partners. I love them. She said their first workshop that she did, she said, done, well attended, 40 people, a great experience. So what do you get? Bonus 1, you get the 9 live group coaching sessions. Bonus number 2, you get the Facebook group. Bonus number 3, are you ready? You're going to get a complete done for you workshop. This is how to kick the sugar habit, a value of $349. So you get everything that you need to be successful. So you get 2 PowerPoint presentations, one for a virtual presentation like this, another one for in person. You get 2 different handouts. You get all the marketing materials that you need. You get professional photos. And also, just as an extra bonus, if I go ahead and I do a workshop that's kind of like this, but just a little different, I upload it. So I recently did one that's like a half-hour workshop for a company they wanted more about energy also. So I put that in there. So you get a lot of different bonuses. I am a working health coach. I do this all the time, so I'm constantly updating the information. So in the workshop bundle, it includes the PowerPoint presentations, the worksheet, the handouts. You get big speaker notes. I also tell you all the different things that you can do with this workshop. This can be a group coaching experience. This does not need to be a big auditorium. You can have a group of 10 people in a room. You can have 10 people online with you, right? This can be every single week. You're going to take 1 tip. That's going to be an email, your content. That's going to be your Facebook Live that you do, your Facebook post. Every single week you have content as well. I give you workshop descriptions. I give you a lot of titles so that you can pick the title that's going to resonate with your niche the best. All the marketing pieces, Facebook event covers, social media images, over 50 professional photos, flyers, signs, labels, and I teach you all the different ways to do it. Remember that example I said I didn't know at the time 4 grams of sugar, right? I'm like, oh, we show different things, right? We have labels. We do all these things that give more of an experience during the workshop. You have my permission to edit all the done for you material with your name, your colors, your logo. You do not need to give me credit. How does that sound? So Suzanne says, I recommend working with Lori. Her program is super organized with informative scripts and are easy to customize. So the Workshops Done program has everything you need to be successful at workshops, virtual and in person, because eventually we are going to be in person again. And to convert that audience into paying clients, this course pays for itself in a couple workshops. It's an investment in your business that you will get your money back. Here's a Facebook post from Lisa. She said, just sold out my first sugar workshop. It already paid for itself, right? So you get these 3 bonuses that we've already talked about. And I know I'm overwhelming you because I'm going to give you a fourth bonus. This is brand new, and I just created it because I saw that there was health coaches coming into the program with 0 emails. And that was me when I first started. And I wish I would have known how to kickstart it even faster. So you're going to get a how to kickstart your email list to grow your wellness business mini course, a whole course teaching you how to do this with done for you material. So you're going to get a 10-page guide on how to kick the sugar habit. It's fully customizable with your brand colors, your name, your photos. So you can start growing your email list right away. Everything you need from that swipe copy. Remember I'm saying like you can steal the copy? I have all the information you need to put on a landing page, your web page, for your thank you page, all your ready emails to inviting them to download, for when they actually download it, how to follow up a couple days later, right? Social media posts, videos, worksheets, step-by-step directions, every single thing that you need. So what do you get? You get the complete training program, the live calls, the weekly calls, the private Facebook group, the done for you sugar workshop, the how to kickstart your email bonus. So all of this together is valued at $4,340. So you might be thinking, well, what is she going to actually, offer it for? Well, I know that budgets are tight right now, so it's not going to be anything near that. So you can start today, pay in full for $997, or you can start today for $387. 30 days from now would be your second payment, and then in 2 months from now would be your last payment. You can go right now to workshopsdone.com/program to sign up, and Joanne will put the link in the comments as well. So here's Linka from California. She says, if you're wondering if Workshops Done Academy is for you, the answer is yes. If you want to grow your business. Oh, the answer is yes, if you want to grow your business, hands down. I've definitely found it to be much easier to get people into my workshops. I can't imagine doing it without Lori's incredible support and program. So I want to ask you, are you ready to be known as a wellness expert and to attract your ideal clients? So how would you like a few more bonuses here? So I have a special bonus when you pay in full. So if you pay in full, you get a complete another workshop. So this is a done for you workshop called Mental Health and Coping in the Face of Uncertainty. You get the PowerPoint presentation, you get the worksheets, you get the marketing pieces. This is a workshop that you could give right now. This is also a workshop that you can give talking about resilience, but we have so much uncertainty in our society, not just with the pandemic, right? That this is something of how we can manage our stress. And it's an important workshop for all of us to get out there. So Edie is saying, one of my students, I was able to customize everything and present a content-packed workshop with ease, thanks to all the materials I already created. She's like, is it worth it? Yeah, 1,000 times over. Lori has tested everything and offers huge support and generous inspiration. Yeah, if I had this program when I first started, it would have saved me years of work of figuring things out for myself. So there's another bonus. This is the last one. This is the don't wait, get the fast action bonus. So if you sign up while we are still on live today with the webinar, we're going to go into some live Q&A after this. If you sign up, you're going to get one more bonus, and that's going to be a one-on-one business strategy session with me, just the two of us, and we're going to go through your program. It's valid for a year, so you can do it 6 months from now, whenever you feel like you need that support, that momentum, and that inspiration. So what you're going to overcome when you come into this program, because I want to talk about fear, because it's a big one. What you're going to overcome is you're going to overcome the fear of putting yourself out there. You're going to overcome the fear of showing up on video, of public speaking, and that's a big one. You're going to overcome the fear of no one showing up for your workshops. You're going to overcome the fear of not knowing what to do and how to do it. And you're going to overcome the fear of how to let go of fear and move forward with that positive mindset. So here's Christine. I think you're still on, Christine. She says, Lori is one of the most generous and supportive coaches I've had the honor of working with. Because of this program, I'm so much more confident in giving workshops. She is always there to support us, is always offering more material and more training, and she's helped me grow as a health coach. Everything is so well done, so easy to navigate and understand. The done for you materials are priceless. I'm so grateful for her and her programs. And here's Mary, another student. She says, if you're on the fence about investing in this program, just jump in. You'll be glad you did. The quality of the content Lori provides is thorough, high quality, and oh so time saving. So you can get started today for payment of $387, or if you just want to check that box and get that extra bonus workshop, you can pay in full for $997. So again, you can get started at workshopsdone.com/program. So when you go to the sales page, this is what you're going to be seeing. I just want to just quickly walk you through this. So you'll be able to see the two different payments. So you can do the $387 or the $997. So just click on the button to see what works best for you. Then you can fill in all your details, your name and your email address. I use Teachable as the software. It almost kind of reminds me of the Institute of Integrative Nutrition with all the different modules. You will have access immediately. The pre-module, the welcome module is ready for you, and you can go into it today. So make sure you save your receipt. You'll get an email from me with all the details, and you'll get an email also with your receipt. So if you're wondering, well, where do I start? Let's start at lesson 1 in the welcome module. It has the roadmap, everything that we're going to do, the checklist, the calendars, everything to put on your calendar. So again, you can get started for just as little as $387, or you can just be done with it for just $997. So you might be thinking like, why am I here? Well, I think you showed up today for a specific reason, right? And I know a lot of us are very busy. So you came and you stayed for a reason. I'm hearing, you're feeling overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed with running a business and finding clients to coach, but you're feeling stuck and you're not sure of the best move, right? You're also here because you want more. You want to expand, you want to streamline your business to make an impact and to increase your profits. You want to make that impact on thousands of people to help your future clients so they can find you. And if you never try, you're never going to know. And maybe you're just tired and you're motivated to work more efficiently by selling wellness workshops. And then you can say no to those projects or the clients that no longer light you up, and yes to the ones that you do. So you may have some doubts, and we are going to go through the Q&A in just a few minutes. But I just wanted to go through a couple doubts that I want to grow my business with workshops, but you might be thinking that this might be too advanced for you. I want you to hear that you are in the perfect spot, and you'll be supported every step of the way. I've got you covered. Will you feel uncomfortable at times? Yeah, probably. Whenever we are expanding our comfort zone, it feels uncomfortable, right? Because it's something brand new we haven't done before. So we have to show compassion for ourselves, but also, again, we're going to be holding hands as a team, as a group, and going through this, knowing that you are good enough and you absolutely got this. Maybe you're thinking, oh my goodness, I just don't have the time to do this right now. Well, you have the time if you make it a priority. What I've heard from so many people is that they talk about how busy they are and these things that they seem to feel they're a priority, but they're not actually making an impact on the bottom line of their business. I talk a lot about focus, time management in the program. You can listen to a lesson today in the welcome module. So be fierce with your time to get results, and so you can lead that life that you love. You can complete this program at the speed that works for you. You can do it with the group as the immersion program, but you have lifetime access. You are never behind. So you can take this at the pace that works best for you. Last night I had the question, will Lori be available, to answer questions if I get stuck? And it's like, yes, absolutely. I'm in that Facebook group. I like to say Monday through Friday, but I do go in there on the weekends too. Plus, we have access to those group calls. What I've heard over and over and over again from people is that they said there's no other program like this. There is no other program that is as personable as this, because staying stuck is not an option in Workshopstone Academy. I personally take it on to help each one of you to move forward in the program so that you feel supported and that you have everything you need. Here's Diane, and she says, I love how Lori keeps us accountable. She does the live webinars, group calls, and she cares about her tribe. She goes above and beyond to help us. Plus the content is spot on. So again, if you're ready to get started today, go to the workshop or go to workshopsdone.com/program. And if you do it while we're still on live, we're going to be doing the Q&A soon. You get that bonus, the timely bonus right now. So we're going to be coming in and doing a little Q&A now. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me. And I see lots of questions. So I love this. I love this. Okay, let me just come up here. And Joanne, you might have to help me. Let me go out of this here. I have two computers going here for some things. Okay, so Joanne is saying, okay, yeah, I'm going to get that. Let me just look here. Okay, so Diane, Lori's, oh, thank you. Diane says, Lori's Workshopstone Academy is amazing. I've learned so much and now teach workshops regularly. She walks you through each step and is really creative, but easy ways. Yes, okay, let's see. Bobby's saying, I'm in the program. It's a real deal and it works. You can keep going back to the modules as you get part of the process and along. And then there's more support, right? It's worth the investment if you need the structure, a plan, ideas, and tutorials to help you move forward from frozen to moving fast. Yeah, I did not ask them to say these things, so that would be great. Yeah, Lena's saying, oh yeah, so if anybody who is already a member, you have lifetime access. So you are able to come into the group. You can do another group with us as many times as you want. So this is for anybody who's part of the program. Yeah, so this is great. Yeah, yeah. And there's gonna be an email going out to all the former members as well. Amy's saying, can we turn these into for women if that's our target market? Absolutely, you need to. You say that. Women, that is my market too. So I do market it with, like you probably noticed, you know, there's more female pictures, different things like that. For corporate, I do men and women, all races, everything like that. So it's all, but yeah, so Amy, all the collateral is able to be edited. And I teach you how to do it, but you don't need any credit to Workshopstone Academy. You don't need any credit to my name. I want to make it easy for you to just go, okay, right click, change the logo to your logo, change my picture to your picture, put in your information to make it for you. Christine's saying, oh, what an amazing value at that price. Lori is so generous. Thank you so much. Thank you. A lot is saying so true. Okay. Let's see, I'm just gonna come through and thank you. Oh, there's so many great comments here. So grateful for this wonderful support. Okay, so what time are the live calls? So they are at different times. So half of them are going to be at 2 p.m. Central Time, and the other half will be at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you are in a different time zone, you can figure that out, but I wanted to do half during the day and half in the evening. So if you are located in Europe, or if you are working a day job or something, you are able to attend at least some of those. Yeah, so that is good. Yeah, Diane, she just says, very patient and knowledgeable with what she does, well worth it. Beth says, if I cannot sign up now for lifetime access, can I still download the information? Yeah, so Beth, you can sign up right now and you don't have to do the program right now. You can download all the information, and then when we do a group program again, you can do it then, but you don't need the group calls to do the program. That's just a bonus. It's an on-demand system. So I actually have a lot of people do that where they will sign up knowing that they actually can't do the group program at that time, but they want to get the downloaded material and just do that. So let me know, Beth, if that answered your question. If you just want the workshops, but not the whole program, you can do that as well. The sugar workshop is $349. Christine, and by the way, once you join, and you know, it's just the $9.97, you get lifetime. There's no extra payments, monthly payments, but you get 25% off additional workshops if you want to do that. Let's see. Christine says, the amount of support you're offering is hard to find anywhere else. Yeah. Yeah. So Lena said, yeah. So, oh, thank you so much. So Christine is asking a great question. How much time should I plan to dedicate to this per week? Yeah, so it's going to be over 9 weeks. And so there are 6 modules and a welcome module. So we do those 7 modules, but then we also have 2 weeks that are going to be implementation weeks. That meaning a new module is not going to be released. You're just going to like catch up a little bit and do some work. So it's going to be between 3 to 6 hours per week of work. And it really does depend on you know, like when we create our bio, like do you already have one done or do you need to write a new one, right? Do you already have a professional picture done that you can put into the brochure we're going to make for the wellness workshop brochure? Do you have some of these things already done or not? So, and then also if you choose to be an accountability pod, that's going to be once a week and it's usually about a 30 to 45 minute session. And then our group sessions are between 30 and 60 minutes, where the first ones are going to be 60 minutes. Those are always the longest. Yeah. So that sounds great. So Joanne, let me know. I know I'm just going to scroll up here, but I know I've missed some questions. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll up. Thank you guys for being patient and feel free to do you offer, okay. Let's see. Do you offer both at the same workshop? Let me know what you mean, because you may have asked a different question first. Folks need help and they are home. Do you offer both at the same workshop? Let me know where you asked that question just so I can clarify. Oh, Ruby's here. Hello. Do you offer an opt-in freebie plus a way to work with you or just one option? Yeah, so when I am doing a workshop, like a webinar, I give one call to action. We don't want to confuse them with 2 call to actions. So like with a workshop, if I don't have a program going on or coaching open, then I will just do like my lead magnet or, you know, something like that. But typically what I do, because I just like to keep a waiting list with my clients, is I'll just say, you know, right now I don't have any openings, but let's meet. And then there'll be an opening, you know, on this date. But we do a quick meeting so we can get started on something that they can start and then say, okay, now in 4 months, this is when we're going to be starting about this time. But we do the contract and everything right away, so it's all secure. And then on the PDF, on the lead magnet, the done for you that you get as the bonus, on the end, I have different call to actions. Then you delete the one that you don't want. So one of them is call to action to join your Facebook group, your private Facebook group, if you have one, and I'm going to encourage that as well. Another one is about, you know, coming to a paid webinar or a paid workshop. Another one, you know, is your coaching program. So you have the choice of which ones you want to delete, and then you save it, because then you might want to change it for another time. So, you know, I love having like the lead magnets, the freebies to get the emails, but really the best way to get the quality email is to do webinars and in-person workshops. Yeah. So, okay. So let me know what other, okay. So Phyllis, I just want to get back to your question about how do we find communities during COVID? So one, it's going to be online. So good news, I just got booked for a conference for May that's in person. And I'm like, okay, this, you know, they said, you know, we're still going to have precautions. So because a lot of conferences, conventions are really into wellness now. They want to get the participants to come, and there will also be like an online version of this conference. But so I'm doing like breakout sessions. So I have like 3 breakout sessions throughout the day that people can come in, but we're going to be in a much bigger room and more spread out. So let's see. Ruby and Em, let me know if you have any other questions. I'm just going to scroll down to, oh, Christine says, joining Workshops Done Academy was the best decision I made. Yes, oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just going to scroll down. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me here. There's just so much on here, which I love, I love, I love, I love it all. Okay. Okay, let's see. Beth says, I meant to say I cannot sign up now. Oh, okay. I will have to wait, so I will miss out on the lifetime access. When I do sign up, how long will I have access to the course? Okay, and to the materials. So Beth, you will always have lifetime access to the course and to the materials. So just to clarify that, what I'm going to be changing down the road is lifetime access to doing the course over and over and over again with the group calls and to the Facebook group to have that ongoing support. So yes, always lifetime access, because I want you to always have the updated materials. Like I just put in a lot more information on virtual workshops because people who have been giving in-person workshops needed to go to virtual with COVID, right? We needed to do some switching and do it quickly. So yeah, so thank you, Beth, for asking again. So hopefully, yeah, and then you can download the material, and then as things get updated, Beth, like, you know, if you join the next time, then, you know, you go back again. But there is the 3 payment option, so you can start at $387 today as well. Joanne, let's see. Okay, let's see. I think I got that one. Yeah, so for anybody who's already a part of Workshops Done Association or Academy right now, an email is going to be going out tomorrow to all of you. It's the same platform, but it's another course. So everything has just been updated. It's really exciting. It's very exciting. So you still have access to the old material, but and that's the thing. I take pride, and probably because I am a working health coach and I'm doing this, as I learn new things, as I need to pivot, I'm going to teach you the exact same thing that I'm doing right now. So we need to have that. Okay, do you offer both? Do you offer the detox and 101 at the same time at one workshop? Oh, okay. So, okay, I think maybe I answered this already. But yeah, if I have my detox coming up and I have a one-on-one, you know, coaching going on, I'm always going to go with the group program. I'm always going to promote the group. If I have a group, because I don't do the group all the time. So that's going to be my main thing. And I actually, you know, for people like you, I know you run a group program as well, that we actually are going to go more in detail than ever before in Workshops Done Academy, because I see people with group programs not getting enough people. So we actually have like this calendar and where to launch, what workshops to do, how far out, because we're not just thinking about the detox, right? We need to think about the 30 to 45 days before you run the detox, all the marketing and everything that we need to start to funnel those people in, right? To grow the list so you have a bigger list to get the people in, and then how many workshops and how to do them. So yeah. So Beth says, can I invite people through email and not through social media? Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of different, when you get to the module on promotion, there are a lot of different ways. Now, I like to do all of it, but you don't have to do anything. You can say, okay, I don't feel comfortable posting on, you know, Eventbrite or Nextdoor or something like that. You can do it in different ways. So yeah, absolutely, Beth. You know, email I think is the best way. It's your golden list, and especially as you start doing workshops, you're going to have more people who are like, oh, what did Beth send to me? Okay, I know her, I like her, I want to learn from her. Yeah, Christine saying, totally love this. Oh, thank you so much, Lori. Joining this is a no-brainer. You are a superstar and outstanding teacher. Oh, I'm so glad to have you in the group, Christine. Yay. Lots of different Christines and Dianes in the group. Let's see. Beth says, thank you, Laura. It makes sense that this is the best way to gain the trust of new people. Absolutely. And she's like, and I'm so excited to do this. Phyllis says, thank you for the webinar. Oh, thank you so much for being here. And people are just saying, excited to get started. Oh, that is great. Oh, Beth is saying, I'm a movement coach as well as a health coach. Can I create a webinar about benefits of working with a movement coach? Yes, absolutely. So Beth, I am a yoga instructor as well. And so some of my workshops do have some movement in them that we do. You will love, Beth, that I also teach the different movements I do to prepare. So for example, like, you know, when we open our arms wide and we expand psychologically, physiology, we are creating a more confident brain, right? There are different moves that we make. So I love creating movement, and I think having movement in a workshop is I love having experience, meditations, different things, any kind. So absolutely. And that's something we would talk about in the group calls, Beth, or on our one-on-one call about how you can actually personalize that as well. So let me just come over here and just see if there's anything else. So I have Joanne on a Google Doc over here, and this is great when you're doing a webinar, that you can have your virtual assistant on the side saying, hey, you know, did I miss any questions? So Diane, who is already one of our members, is asking if you need a new login. Nope, same system. It's just going to be another program. So everything is going to be coming out in an email tomorrow, but no, not a new login, nothing like that. It's going to be really super easy for everything like that. So if anybody has any more questions, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. If you're on the fence, you know, make sure to email me and let's set up a time for a one-on-one call. I would be happy to do that. But otherwise, I just want to say thank you all so much. I really appreciate you spending your time with me here today. And I was just looking over to see if there's any more questions here. Let's see. Okay, I think I've answered them all, so that's all good. But again, I just really appreciate you taking the time to grow your business and to to have that courage to make your purpose bigger than your fear and to go from there. So thank you guys so much. Oh, I'm signing up. Oh, okay, and can you put the link on one more time, Joanne, with the link to sign up, the workshopsdone.com/program. So yeah, oh, Beth says your authenticity shines through. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you guys. And I think it's Ivy. Hello, Ivy. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, everybody.